Hello and welcome back to the basement, everyone. Today I thought I'd show off my bomb phone. This is an Android phone which I couldn't let go of it. It was, I like it too much. So when things started failing on it, I started adding my own things, just to keep it running. Just a little bit longer. And of course, this started spiraling out of hand very quickly, and now it looks like a bomb, and I can't take it in public with me, especially because I have brown skin. And I have this ugly beard. And for those of you wondering why the camera quality has shot down so low since the last video, well, this is the phone I used to use. It is an S7, and I don't know if you can see that, but the camera's missing. Yeah, don't ask me. Don't ask me how I did that, because the camera's missing in this one too. Alright bitches, let's get into the nitty gritty. So, first thing you'll probably notice about the phone is that there are these two giant suspicious looking things on the back of it. Now, these are two power banks. I believe each of them is around 3,000 milliamp hours each, and their regulation circuitry has been cut out. So it's basically just the cell. They're wired in parallel, and the wire that feeds the phone goes in or out through where the USB port was, and it goes in through where the S Pen was, and it hooks up to where the original battery was. Oh right, forgot to explain why there's new batteries on it. Well, the original USB port wasn't working anymore, and I got a replacement, and it still wouldn't charge, so the charging circuitry inside of the phone must have been fried somehow. But, like I said, I like this phone too much, and I wasn't gonna let that make me get a new one. Not just yet. So the task of charging these lithium cells is accomplished by this little Chinese chip. This is the model number and its basic specifications. I got it off eBay. Maybe I'll put a link down in the description if anybody cares. God, this thing focuses like shit. So power is fed to this chip through this USB type A port. This is just a port. I see that all this circuitry is bypassed. It doesn't do anything. It's just from the port, two wires to the chip, and from the chip to the lithium cells for charging. And you'll notice that this is a type A USB. Now, I did this because I was tired of breaking Micro B. Micro B is fucking terrible. Micro B is awful. I don't know why all Android phones used it for a while. It was ridiculous. Thank goodness we're finally on Type C. Finally, we're out of the Stone Age. This is the charging cable. You can see that it starts out pink, and then at some point, there's some suspicious electrical tape, and then it turns black. And then, well, it's double-ended. This here, wrapped in duct tape, is it's the outer shell of a pen wrapped with copper wire, and it's soldered to where the old antenna, the Wi-Fi antenna, went, because this phone has a problem with its Wi-Fi signal. Did this really help? Not really, but it was worth a shot. I mean, what am I gonna lose, a phone? You might also notice that the phone's camera is actually completely missing. I don't remember what I did with that, but it was something stupid, I can assure you. The front camera, although you can't see it, believe me, that's also missing, so neither of the cameras work. Wonderful. Now, in order to determine how much charge is in the phone, I use the Ampere app, which is an app that tells you how much current the phone is drawing, or how much current is going into the phone while it's charging. This is a very useful app if you're trying to figure out why your phone isn't charging very quickly. But for me, what I use it for is this voltage here, 3.7. Now, 4.25 around there means a fully charged battery. So this one is around, let's just say not fully charged. And this app comes with a widget, which I keep right over there, 3.74, and that gives me a rough idea of how much charge is left in the cells. Since this thing up here doesn't really work anymore, it's always pegged at either 1 or like 50 or some shit like that. Now this phone is definitely showing signs of age, although it's really hard to see. There is a crack around there somewhere on the screen. The headphone jack, sound only comes out of one channel, which is kind of a problem. I've already mentioned the aforementioned the charging problem. The speakers, right, sometimes you gotta hit the phone like this to get the speakers to actually work, so that's kind of an issue. The mic doesn't work at all. The SIM card slot doesn't work, the SD card slot doesn't work, the USB port obviously does not work. But you know what, you can still watch YouTube videos on it, and that's pretty much all it's good for now. Videos and texting people on Messenger. Now this is how the wiring is set up. The wires come in through the channel where the S pen was. I cut this out with a Dremel here. The wires climb up here and go right where they're soldered onto the terminals where the original battery went. As for this, the headphone jack is glued in because it kept falling out. That must be the Wi-Fi antenna, I'm sure. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've opened this up. Yeah, also there's no fuses in this, so if those cells were to short out, this thing would catch fire and explode. I don't think I really care anymore. And as for the operating system side of things, this is using the Resurrection Remix Custom ROM. It's Android 7.1.2, I believe, and it is wonderful. It really breathes life into this old phone. It's what makes it viable for use today. In fact, right now I'm recording this on yet another Note 3 because, well, I think it's a great phone. So I went out and bought another one for $60 off eBay, and I don't regret it. Except the camera is terrible, as you can tell by the terrible focus, but everything else is great. It's nice, it's fast. Maybe I'll put a link in the description to the ROMs and shit like that. So if you have an old Note 3, you could turn it into this. This phone is really good for replacing parts and shit easily. Like, you can do anything to this phone with just a small Phillips head screwdriver, unlike this thing where you gotta, like, heat it up with a heat gun to get the backup, and then you gotta take the whole motherboard out and everything just to change the stupid camera. Fuck that. This thing, everything is nice and easy. It's right there. It's straightforward. It's got a replaceable battery, so you can keep using it indefinitely by buying more batteries off Amazon every month or whatever. Yeah, I think the only difficult thing is replacing this glass on the front, but this doesn't even break easily. Look at this. This fell off the roof, goddammit, and look at it. It's fine. It's just got one tiny little hairline crack over there. This is great. I love this.